Welcome to Boldman Bricks. This is the YouTube channel that loves to talk about the Lego investing hobby. I am the Boldman, and today we are going to play the Lego Wildcard. It's a simple game. We take one retiring Lego set of a dubious nature and we investigate further to decide if the set is a bit of a joker or has the potential to be a king. As always, please be aware that everything we talk about on this channel is purely for entertainment purposes and does not constitute financial advice. Okay, let's find out which set will be dealt into the game. So today's Lego Wildcard is set number 10391, Over the Moon with Pharrell Williams, retailing for a price of $94.99 in the UK and $109.99 in the US. This set was released in September 2024 and will be retiring in December 2025, giving the set a shelf life of only 16 months. Okay, let's take some time to discuss some factors relating to this set in further detail, and then we'll make a decision on whether this set is a joker or a potential king or queen. I'm happy for you to decide upon the gender. So let's begin by discussing the value of this set. A retail price of £94.99 or $109.99 for 966 pieces seems about right for a Lego set in 2025, unfortunately. In terms of the number of Lego pieces we receive for our money, I'm not sure that there is anything specific here to assist us with our decision making. However, for a set which costs approximately £100 or $100, there is a distinct lack of minifigures. Minifigures do normally add to the value of sets. Consider some of the MIDI scale Star Wars ships and dioramas. I am certain that the investment value of these sets would be much improved if Lego included a minifigure to sit on the stand with the relevant build. But I digress. Even though the number of minifigs is relatively low, the minifigs offered do make sense in the context of this set. The two minifigs included within the set are of Pharrell Williams himself and his wife, fashion designer Helen Lasichanh. Both are unique minifigs with some nice printing and design. However, if we review the current value of these minifigs on Brickset at the time of recording, the combined value of these minifigs is currently around the £20 or $20 range, about £9 or £10 per minifig. This isn't great when you consider that the combined value of the minifigs, therefore, makes up around 20% of the value of the set. Unless you have a real Pharrell Williams fan on your hands, I can't see these particular minifigs being awfully collectible in future years, to the point where someone would really want to buy this set. They are not part of a continuing range like we have with Star Wars, where you have certain Lego collectors who look to collect every single minifig from the theme. So we're not doing that well so far. Let's take a look at the theme of this set in more detail. So the theme of the Over the Moon set is the Icons range. Now, this is an extremely strong range for Lego investing, in my opinion, and currently has sets such as the Lion Knight's Castle, the Krusty Burger restaurant from The Simpsons, the Endurance ship, and the Lego modular buildings, including the Jazz Club that you can see here on the screen. Therefore, this is something that should work in this set's favour. The range is strong on average and has a very good track record of providing a decent return on investment. However, this set is a miscellaneous set as per Brickset, meaning that it doesn't really fit with any other set. This can harm collectability as people are normally motivated to continue to collect a theme or complete a collection that they have already started. The uniqueness of this set is therefore a blessing and a curse, in my opinion. More on that later. But overall, the set's theme is strong, so I guess that's food for thought. Let's move on to cultural relevance. The popularity of Lego sets can be strongly driven by cultural relevance. New movies and TV shows can drive demand for older, retired Lego sets, and so it is always a good idea to do your research and to consider how relevant the set is to current consumers. Consider how demand could spike for older sets based on Netflix TV series such as Stranger Things, One Piece, and Wednesday when the new season of a show is released. So, how culturally relevant is Pharrell Williams? How's he doing? Well, Google can provide us with solid data on cultural relevance by showing us the number of searches that have been made with regard to Pharrell Williams, and we can compare this data to other similar themes or celebrities to get a good idea of cultural relevance. At first glance, a moderate number of searches appear to be made for Pharrell Williams, so I thought I would compare to another singer, so chose Elton John, fairly randomly, I should say. Well, I thought Elton John might actually have fewer searches, has been around for a while and maybe appeals to the older generations. Actually, the results were quite surprising. If we plot both of these results on the same graph on the screen, we can see that the searches for Elton John far outweigh the searches for Pharrell Williams. And any spikes that Pharrell has on Google are dwarfed by the spikes that Elton John has. So maybe I need a more direct comparison. I'll ask ChatGPT for a better comparison. Okay, so Chat GPT says that Justin Timberlake is a better comparison. Oof. Okay. Um, so if we add Justin Timberlake to the graph, then we can see that Pharrell Williams is still trailing behind quite badly. Justin Timberlake's spikes of interest dwarf Pharrell Williams also, and Pharrell is lagging behind the interest of the consumer in terms of Elton John and Justin Timberlake generally. So, my conclusion from all this is that there really isn't enough interest in Pharrell Williams from a general perspective to give this set the boost that it needs as a miscellaneous set with no collectability. I'm certain that Pharrell has his fans, as will Helen Lasichanh, but we won't have the sheer volume of interest that a Star Wars set would provide, or perhaps an IP that is well known and well loved by many. So I feel like I've been quite negative about this set generally, and I always try to look at the positive factors as well as the drawbacks. So let's think of some other factors that will affect the feasibility of this set for Lego investing purposes. One positive factor is that the set is a Lego exclusive and that it is extremely unique. The set being a Lego exclusive should limit the supply of this set and make it more difficult to purchase in volume, therefore limiting the supply of this set into retirement. That's a good thing, as low supply will normally drive up prices, but that of course depends on whether there is demand to suit. The set is very unique also. The Pharrell Williams theme and the minifig heads, which I haven't really talked about much. If you want minifig heads, then this is the set for you. What would you do with all those heads? I'm not sure. I think some of them are unique also. Maybe use them in your Lego city to create new individuals within your town. Not sure. But if you get a lot of heads with this set and a spaceship theme, I guess that's a good thing. And spaceship themes typically do well. I mean, if you look at the ship in isolation blasting off the screen in front of you, it's actually a pretty cool build. It looks great. Um, but is that enough for us to label this set as a king, a winner? I'm not sure. I'm not sure people can get past the fact that it's a Pharrell Williams set rather than a spaceship set. And finally, the shelf life of the set is pretty good. The set has only been available for 16 months, so a fairly short shelf life. I don't think it's been a great seller either, so supply should be fairly limited generally, which would retain the value. So let's consider all of the factors. Is this set a king or is it a joker? Is it a winner or a loser for Lego investing? Well, it's no surprise that I have labeled this set as a joker. I'm trying to find positives from this set, but overall, I don't think that it will be a very good set for Lego investing. I can see this set being heavily discounted by Lego to shift whatever stock they have left, and I can't see the demand being there for this set into retirement. I'm honestly not sure what percentage discount would have to be available for me to purchase this set for investment. At least 50%, I think. And even then, I wouldn't want to purchase too many of this set to manage my risk exposure. I could pick up a few from a FOMO perspective, though probably not. I would be really concerned that Lego would find a truckload of this set somewhere, or a few pallets maybe, and sell them to Amazon or a discounter to sell after retirement. Hey, if you're a Pharrell Williams fan, please don't be offended. This is nothing to do with the man himself. This is all about the Lego set. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that the Pharrell Williams Over the Moon Lego set is a king or a joker? Is it a winner or a loser? Do you agree with my conclusion? If you like the set for investment purposes, why do you think it will be a winner? Please like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. There is a Rakuten referral link in the description below where you can receive £25 off a spend of £50 or more, excluding VAT, plus an additional 11% off your purchase at the time of recording. Please share this channel with fellow Lego enthusiasts and help it grow. And remember, I do this for fun. This video is purely for entertainment purposes and does not constitute financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, but I find the Lego investing market absolutely fascinating, and I hope you do too. Speak to you soon.